I seek answers, gamers. I need them. I don't have them. And this game, I'm so confused. Oh no. There are a couple things that I do know, right? Okay, well, I don't know anything. There are a couple things that I have questions about. I don't fully understand. So the narrator is not one of the voices in my head. It's a different thing. It's something beyond me. And then the princess, I don't know what that represents. And then the thing at the end, I don't know what that represents either. I don't know. Normally by this point in a game, I have like some kind of guess as to how this game's gonna pan out. But the only thing I really know is that I think I'm gonna have a choice on whether or not to kill the thing at the end. But I don't even know how to begin to make that choice. Let's just hop in. Let's just hop in and pray.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And
Doesn't
in the
feel
basement
good.
of that cabin
Okay.
is a princess.
So I've kind of ran through all like the paths where I kind of made a decision and got to the end. So I think the only thing I have left is making a choice and then changing it. Changing the choice. So I think what I'm gonna do,
It will be the end of
I'm
the
gonna
world.
go into the basement with the knife, but I'm going to choose not to kill the princess. To the cabin! I'm back, princess! Take the blade. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
I don't like the princess ever.
Who's there?
She makes me very nervous and scared.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge.
Well,
down
that's the
here.
other thing I know is that the princess kind of becomes whatever I want her to be in the run.
Don't let it fool you.
I don't know what that
It's all
means.
part
I don't know
of
if
the
the princess is
manipulation.
actually a thing. Or maybe the princess is just whatever I view the princess as. Like it's my perspective that they want. My perspective on what the princess is. I don't know. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Hi.
Don't be a stranger.
So I'm just gonna I'm gonna
It's
talk.
been so long since I've had
So I'm
any
gonna
visitors.
come down with the knife.
Come on down.
I'm gonna come down with a knife and I'm just gonna talk. We're gonna be best friends, maybe,
You walk down the stairs
Maybe.
and lock eyes with the princess.
right?
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I think I've seen this before, but I don't
She's
really
so
remember.
coldly beautiful.
Oh yeah, I've seen this
Is
before.
she really a threat to the world?
Really?
Focus on the
She's
task
so
at hand.
birdie. Birdie things are
And there
dangerous.
you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Well, I was. Okay. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna drop this knife.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
That's right.
Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
That's right. Drop.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious
Because I've done this
clang.
before, except I chose to pick up the knife and then try to kill the princess because she was being really sus. But
Thank
I'm not gonna
you.
do that this time. Oh, you're so creepy.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak
Hello.
with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
Don't hurt me.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
I'm gonna reason the heck out of her.
Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
We're gonna be so
You're going
reasonable.
to need it.
Okay.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Just a quirky little start to a relationship. Just a little knife threat to get the relationship kicked off the right direction. Yeah, it's a pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now
Cool.
why are you here to kill me?
Right. So we're in agreement. We're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
I'm telling her everything.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
That's a bummer.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, this game is really vague. This game is so vague. I have no idea. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
She kind of softened up a little bit. Look at that little smile.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
What does that mean? Sure, buddy. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Yeah, I imagine she probably gave him a lot of tugs, trying to tear him out of the wall, trying to get out. No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Well, that's...
You attempt to make your way
fucked
out
up,
of the basement,
but I guess that's
the
true.
door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Did I walk into another ending that I got before? I may have.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I think I looped back on a different ending.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
I don't want to...
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess. I don't want to do this. But we gotta... This is for
Against
another
your
ending.
better judgment,
have I done this
you
before?
place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it.
I think I've probably done this before.
Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Yikes!
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Not even a yikes? Not even a
Free
little
from her
one?
bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Okay.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
now
I don't
let's
know,
get
man.
out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
I feel like we're ending
As the
the
princess
same
approaches
way.
the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the
Now
princess
she's got a
swiftly
different
moves out of the way
attitude about
before
it.
you can
She's got a
connect.
different attitude.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am
She's
trying
kinda
to get you
mean.
out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Okay.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
This one was a little more better about
This
it.
is the end.
They were a little more like,
Isn't it?
just a little easy. They went right for the,
I'm afraid it is.
oh my.
Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
Is this
path
different?
is a cabin.
It was a little
And in
different.
the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It was a little bit different.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. But I
I can
died.
assure
What am I
you
doing
that you're
here?
not dead. And to answer your second question,
I was a dead
you're here
boy.
to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Did I get this
There's got to be a
before?
way out of here. For us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
I don't know if I did. I don't know if I got the
I'm
skeptic.
inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Ah, okay.
She will
She'll lie. She'll cheat.
She will cheat.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
What does he want me to do?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Awesome.
Just ignore this
Thank you.
clown and focus on
Thank
the
you, friend. Real
princess.
subtle. Real. I don't think anybody noticed.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
I don't think I got this
A few
before.
pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold,
I think this
uninviting
is new.
stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is
Not
a prison.
good.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Do I take the blade?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Maybe I will take the blade. Approach the mirror first.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's
Is
a
it
wall.
real or is it
There
not?
isn't much to see here.
It's not a
What are you
mirror.
talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least
Should
it'll...
wipe off the layer grime.
You
It's
reach
not there.
forward,
Damn.
and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep
That's
our eyes
right.
peeled.
This
Maybe he'll
guy's
be back.
thinking. Okay, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
I guess. Enter the basement. Let's go.
The door to the basement
Oh.
creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her her voice.
probably be
harsh
doing her a
but
favor, huh?
controlled, carries up the stairs.
Okay.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Oh. Hello
Does she
again.
remember us?
I was really hoping that it wouldn't be the same princess, but I guess, you know.
You walk down
Oh
the
my
stairs
God.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves.
Ooh.
The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Now, how do we get the princess out of this one? I don't know if I want to know the answer to that question.
Should we be
Oh,
worried
no.
about the one around her neck?
Yes.
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one as well. Little suspicious.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Can I hook myself up? Can I join the party? I'm gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess,
She looks
but she
bummed.
stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Oh, right, I still have the knife.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Yeah, that's fair.
reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Yep. Sit closer? I don't know. I think she might attack. I'm just gonna...
You do as she
gonna
asks
sit.
and sit on the floor.
I don't want to
Still
throw
a good
down.
distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I was gonna cut you free, but... I don't know if I could do that anymore. I've been here before.
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
The game? Are you aware
First
this
you
is
make
a video
comment about
game?
having been here before, and now this.
Okay.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
That's never how it worked.
The situation
Ever.
right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
This narrator's plan has backfired like a million different ways. This poor guy.
A contingency for what?
For
Okay.
you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just... good luck.
Okay.
If you knew this could
Thank you.
happen, why didn't
I
you tell
appreciate
us?
it.
All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
So the narrator knew it was a possibility that if we failed, time would reset? Why? How?
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Huh? So you know about the other narrators?
That's pathetic.
What?
I never said I wasn't.
You're a sad, sad man, I guess.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
I guess.
Exactly, he gets it.
I guess
You're
that's lucky.
So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
So is there a version of the narrator
Moving
that's
on.
like cool?
Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
What do you mean?
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
But I want the information. I want to know. I need answers.
I won't.
Yeah. I won't.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
I want...
Yeah.
What? No.
Sure. We'll see about that.
Just
I need
give it a
information.
rest, this isn't helping.
Okay.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I've just been sitting there like, whoa, for a while in front of the princess. That other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
I guess that's a good point.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
What if I did? What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
What's your plan with it?
That's ominous.
What's your plan with the knife?
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
I can only imagine something horrible is gonna happen if I give her the knife.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
I mean, sure.
So,
What do I do? So what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Those are some bad cons.
Doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Seems like the most likely one.
Man, I don't know what to do. I'm not a clever, big, smart boy. I don't know. I'm just a little guy with a little knife in a big old scary, confusing world. I fucking, maybe I give her the knife. Because then it's not my problem. But I think if I give her the knife, something horrible happens. Or I could join her on the wall. Either one. Either one sounds pretty bad. Inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I'm gonna inspect it.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Maybe.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
I don't
He
know.
doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Okay. Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
I made a bad call, didn't I?
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Damn it!
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Oh no.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
I made a bad call.
Yes.
I made a horrible call.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Yeah, I guess it's a little funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Wow, what a horrible way to go.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that
It's
sucks.
not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Uh-huh.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Huh? What? Did you know this was going to happen to me?
No.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Damn, I think she's a little pissed. What should we do now?
You and the princess wait in
guess we
silence,
wait in silence.
though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
Maybe another knight will show up and help us out.
This is so boring.
A different little lizard creature would show up.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes.
Oh no.
It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's
She's
not
not
great.
ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
Why?
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
It just does. There it is, folks. The
But
answer.
the line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Oh. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger. Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
We gotta do something to pass the time. Rock, paper, scissors? That's a fun game.
Still rude.
We can play that forever. Continue to wait.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
What are we? Oh my. Oh no, the knife.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass.
Is this what the princess has been
pass.
doing while waiting? Just nothing? Just sitting there?
Until suddenly, there are no walls. And then...
Oh.
And...
I think he's gone.
Oh.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
I guess.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
You've never seen it? Oh, goodbye. That might have been the saddest one. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I think she's gone, bro.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I think she got gooped again. None of these are comforting. I don't want to... Sorry, man. You're about to get gooped as well. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in the shadow, just beyond the reflection. Is that a crow? Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
What the fuck? Get out of there, let's throw down. Oh shit, my bad. I'm sorry. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in of the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Is that what the glass she was talking about was in my mind? The mirror? Whoa, 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 what is happening? And then another crack forms and another, okay. What the fuck are you, dog? So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. but you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Is that what I was doing? Is that bad? Oh, sorry. My bad. Oh, it wasn't good. Okay. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
How so?
I'm an echo, likely one
Right.
of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Huh? Oh, other narrators. Is this trying to imply that I have limited questions? Okay, let's ask the important ones. Others, like you've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when the pieces of you break off? Okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me? Or are you something else? Yeah, I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? If you made me, then what am I? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is the princess? Did you make her too? What is this place? Where are we? Okay, so I want to ask, what is the princess? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
Huh?
This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
She's the capacity to change. I guess that makes sense. There's so many questions. You've called this place a construct. What is it supposed to do? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? Of all things, why is she a princess? Couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? Why did you make her a princess? How did you die? I wasn't supposed to see all this. If you made me, then what am I? He kind of said that. He said, my purpose is to destroy the princess. I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
So you wanted to destroy change to stop death. And the princess is change. Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
You've called this place a construct. What is it supposed to do?
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Oh no! Sorry! And what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Ah! I am the long quiet? Me? Others like you. You said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Eesh. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Okay. Alright. Dumb question, my bad. So I'm a god in a box. And also in that box is the concept of change. And my purpose is to kill the concept of change, but it's not really working out. Oh gosh, because I'm waking up to what's actually happening, like who I am. What the fuck? Are you a god or were you a god?
In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something. So I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
Oh, I get one more question. Uh-oh. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that I'm that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her, but lie about it. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. So the choice is, do I get rid of death? I don't know, man. Immortality seems like a lot of work. Also, change in general isn't just death, right? It goes beyond just things dying. It's also like life being cool and happy. That's what happened in that. The one time I actually did what the narrator wanted, I ended up in a world where nothing ever changed, where I was stuck in this box where there was no outside world at all, and I was just stuck and nothing happened. And that's not, like, I don't think that's a good life. I think good life is change, but also change is death too? I can't kill this thing if that's what it is. I'm gonna tell him the truth, I think. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away.
So the narrator was the mirror. As the final fragment of the mirror shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god? Just coming into existence and beginning to display signs of future potential. I'm new? I'm a new god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of all things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh my God!
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Holy shit, what is happening?
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Okay. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
I guess that's true. Did you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
It's a reasonable fear to have. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
I guess.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. Is that what that means? If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. Slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
I guess that's a good point. All the vagueness makes a lot of sense now, knowing that she's like literal change. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good? Is that what that means? I guess that means the current world will change and be destroyed and turn into a new world through change. But I don't know if I would qualify that as like a world getting destroyed. Or are you talking about the construct? The construct itself. Don't you have a say in all this?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Okay. Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours.
I guess that explains why it's so confusing.
You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Whoa. What is happening?
To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
Okay.
But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
Jesus. I just wanted to ask a couple questions. I'm sorry. They'll get over it. They'll see permanence as a gift in time. That would be torture. Yeah, that would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
That's a good point. That's where you... Oh, hi, ghost.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it.
Yeah.
I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
What? Oh. But without redemption, there can be no sin. What? But I would sacrifice everything to free you again. I won't engage in violence. I get it, there's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. Is this a fight? I won't engage in violence.
But violence has defined the flood of everything between us.
I mean, that's true.
Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
Oh, hello.
Your liver drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me.
She did not like that I had a couple questions. She was like, ah. She was doing a whole
Sought
show.
the truth, then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
Remain silent.
But you say nothing.
Sorry. Oh, hi.
Brutality splashes you against the walls, but with stubborn defiance you rise again. And with the dance of our conflict, I was brought somewhere new. Without you, my world would have been so small. Do you remember the moment of your triumph? Do you remember the feeling of your blade finally cutting me down? My defeat was a gift. Without obstacles to overcome, we stagnate into nothing.
And we've both grown from it, haven't we?
We have. Look at what we are now, and see how small we were then.
I know so much now that I didn't know then. As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Okay. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens when we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that thing happen. I can't let everything die. I have to fight for a better world. I'm sorry. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't set you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspectives, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. What the fuck is that? Where does that go? Why would I change them? What is it? Holy shit. I think I'm just gonna leave. I think it's time to go. I think it's time to get out of here. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, the twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
That's nice. Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Oh! You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. Is that grass? What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Oh my god! What a fucking crazy game. I knew there had to be some kind of answer to what was going on because all the reviews were so good. I was like, there has to be a good answer to all of this. But I couldn't even fucking fathom what the answer would be. But now at the end, I'm like, yeah, that was a good fucking answer. Good job, everybody. Oh my god. Little creatures! Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for the special playlist just for you. Wow! What the heck? What a crazy game. What a wild romp of a time. Oh my god. That was very satisfying and very fun, and that deserves all of the good reviews that I got. That was so interesting. What the heck? Wow. Wow. Thank you everybody for joining me. I know it's been a while. The third video took a while to come out, but we got there in the end. Thank you everybody for sticking around, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.